Hey there! So today I'm bringing you the review of a flashlight that I recently received. It was sent by the brand itself, and you have a clue over here. So it is a Brinyte flashlight. The model is the ZT40, and this one comes with a white LED. It came inside this box, and I will now open it to show it what the package brings. So, put it aside. So, besides that box, we have this hard case in which you have the flashlight itself. Quite premium, of course, to protect the flashlight. And here's what you have. On this side you have the flashlight itself that I will show you in a moment, and on the other side you have a USB-C cable, a warranty card, user manual, some more information about the Brinyte catalog, spare O-rings, and here the lanyard. Showing you the case once again. Here you can put a battery, and here, well, I don't know, some other accessories. On this side you can also include or put the external switch. I don't have it here, but Brinyte sells it as an accessory. So let's start with what the package brings. First of all, less useful of course, but showing you the Brinyte catalog. I'm focusing on this particular one because I will show it today to compare it with the ZT40, the T28 Artemis. And you also add other flashlights. Some are newer, some are older, but you can take a look at the catalog itself. The warranty or value-added card, so that you can visit the store. 2 O-rings that you can put here on the tail. I will show it later on. USB to USB-C cable, because this is a rechargeable flashlight. I will show it in a moment, but it comes with a cable if you don't have one eventually. And the lanyard, it is adjustable. It is Brinyte branded. And the lanyard itself, it can be put here on the statical ring, or well, in the cigar grip ring. It has a hole, and it can be also put here in the tail cap. It can be put on this side, or eventually you can put it around the pocket clip itself. So now, some things I normally like to read the user manual. And what does it tell us that I would say in advance about the flashlight? First of all, it has an adjustable beam. So this is a zoomable flashlight, and it has a beam that goes from 6 degrees up to 7 degrees. Again, USB-C charging. This flashlight in particular has the white LED, but it also comes in red and green, infrared and ultraviolet. And you can find it in the Brinyte store. I will link this particular one in the description. It is powered by a 21700 lithium-ion battery that comes included in the flashlight, made of aluminum or aluminum. I normally say aluminum. Some important information here. So you have the technical specifications, you can pause it if you want, but for this particular sample here, we have to consider this number. So on high, it reaches around 1,650 lumens. On flood beam, on the spot 500 lumens. On lowest mode, on flood 500 lumens, and on the spot 134 lumens. This is the beam distance, so it reaches around 500 meters for 190 meters, and this is very accurate, I can tell you, because I tested in some beam shot videos. You can also see it here in the channel. And in the flood, in the low mode, it reaches around 280 meters. Eventually less a little bit, but it goes that far. And about the runtime, 1 hour and 50 on high and 3 hours and 45. Of course, this is 3 hours and 45 minutes on low, and of course this steps down a little bit. I didn't make a test about that. 1 meter impact resistance, IPX8 in terms of waterproof level, and here you have some more information. How to install the battery. This is important. Put the positive part towards the head. It's really important on this case. And the rest I will tell you. Just one more information, because I will not be able to show it in my model. So about battery indication and charging. Green means that the flashlight level is around 70% or above. Orange is between 30% and 70%. Red less than 30%, and blinking red it's less than 10% of the battery charge. So it means that's around 3.2, 3.3 it will be blinking red. So you will have to charge it. So this is the user manual, take a look at it. And now let's go to the flashlight itself. Sample not for sale. This is the first thing that you have to do to be aware. I will not be selling this, of course. And now, Brinyte ZT40. This is a very well anodized flashlight, as all other Brinyte flashlights. It's really hard anodization, and I really love the finish. It's not slippery. It's not bright, but it's also not completely matte, as some other flashlights that you find. Some Convoy have a more matte finish. Some other flashlights are more shining, but this one is a balance between both. In terms of composition, it has the tail cap that I will take out right now. Here you have the spring. This, by the way, is a forward clicky switch, so you can press for momentary and press and make the click for constant on. As I showed before, it has a lanyard hole here. And in terms of composition, so it has a ring for the contacts, a spring, sturdy spring. It does not go down that easily, so it's a good spring to make contact with the 21700 flash battery. This came here in the flashlight to prevent accidental activation. I will put the battery on this side for a moment. And here you cannot dismantle the tube, because it's eventually one piece, or at least it's not done to be disassembled. But you can remove this. You can remove the cigar grip ring. I draw your attention to this. This is a small gap that is made to fit the pocket clip. So this part here of the pocket clip will fit on this part of the cigar grip. Sorry, because this is just focusing. The pocket clip can also be removed. I will not do that, but you can see that it rotates and it can be placed in other positions, of course. It has a thick O-ring here. The flashlight, it has two tubes, like one internal on this shiny part and then one external, not that is anodized here. About the square and eventually triangular or trapezoidal how is this called, threads, sorry, but it's squared threads. It came well lubed, so there was no need for me to lubricate it before use. And then the head part, this has a different kind of lens or optic. Normally you see round dome optics. This one goes down, and here in the middle it has a convex, I guess, yes, part of the lens. Below it has a SFT25R LED, trying to focus over there, which produces a very nice round beam that I will show you in a moment as well. As you can see, this part here is removable, so eventually if you want to replace the LED, you can do it. You can also see this. To replace the LED, you have to unscrew this gasket here. It has two holes, and you can use a pliers or something similar to open it, and then you can reach the LED. I'm not going to dismantle it right now because I don't have my pliers around me. Also, it has an O-ring here for waterproofing, and these threads are more triangular here on the top, so that you can see. That way, taking some dust out. I will have to clean it later on, but this is just to tell you that you can access the LED, of course. About the zooming part, so this is a twisty LED, a twisty flashlight, not a push-pull zooming. So to twist it on, to focus on, and to focus out, you have to twist it. You can do it single-handed. It eventually takes a little bit longer, or you can do it like this to be more quicker in this case. As you can see here, and by the way, first time talking about today I'm forgetting the word, sorry. The knurling, yeah, the knurling. This flashlight has a good knurling here that it prevents from slipping, the flashlight from slipping. It provides a good grip, and you can feel it when holding the flashlight, so it is a good thing, besides the anodizing that I mentioned earlier. Concerning this knurling here, well, it's not so deep as this one, so only if you are doing this with the fingernails you can feel it, but if you are passing the hands, it will only provide grip enough for you to rotate this ring and access here the USB-C port. I'm going to pick my cable here to show it how it works. So just, oh, sorry, damn, sorry, I'm back. I didn't realize I was going to do this live, sorry. So you can put the battery inside, And now let's see. It's already on. So first of all, it's green, so it's above 70%. And this is the indicator that I was showing and talking about before here in this section of the user manual. Where is it? Like this. This is the green indicator. And also it will be okay for the battery level. So I'm charging it right now. So it's charging and it's red, and when it's charged it will be green, of course. Also, I wanted to tell about the battery itself. But first, let's put these things back together. I will leave the cigar grip over there. You can just perceive that the cigar grip would enter here, that you can click on the momentary switch or make a full click, and it will help securing your hand and the flashlight together. But if you want to use it this way without the cigar grip, it is perfectly usable, so no problem with that. As for the battery that I also wanted to tell you about, this is a Brinyte branded flashlight, 3.6 volts, 3.6 volts, 18 watt hour, and this is a long flashlight. So this is a small warning because it doesn't fit on some chargers. So either you charge it on this flashlight or you have chargers with larger base than the Oppo's BT-C3100. Just wanted to tell you about this. Putting it back together. And now I will try to show you the beam. Here we have a white paper. So this is low mode. Secure over there. And then I can do low, high, momentary, and I have to wait around 5 seconds for it to stay on the last used mode. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and it will be on high. And then I can click for low. So this is the beam on its flood. I will use the lowest mode. You can see some shift here. It's visible both in the camera and naked eye. There are some eventual artifacts, but this does not bother you, especially if you are using it outside. And normally these flashlights are not made to be used inside. And here, this is the beam focused on. I'm going to turn these lights off. This is what it looks like. This is the low mode. This is high. It's much more intense. This is low. You can zoom it out if you want to zoom it in. These are the 6 versus 70 degrees that I mentioned earlier in the review, and you have of course these artifacts. But notice how this beam is completely round, like the LED. If you were using like XPL high LED or SFT40 or something, it would be square, but using this SFT25R, it's a round beam that you obtain. Now let's show it alongside other flashlights, and this is the one that I mentioned before. So notice the difference between the old T28 Artemis that is also made by Brinyte, and it has a Fresnel lens. It has a white, red, and green LED. So white, red, green LED. It is also twisty. So when twisted to zoom out, it's even bigger. So notice how the ZT40 is smaller, and also you can see how consistent the anodization is. So these are very high quality flashlights. Both have a 21700 battery. This one is a different switch, rotary, adjustable, and all that stuff, while this is a momentary and clicky switch. I will also show you a smaller one. This is an on-the-road Z28 flashlight. This is a 18650, so a much smaller light, and also this is a push-pull zoomy. Yeah, it's different. This one has been modified. It has an Osram LED, and see how different it is. That is a square LED, a rectangular, sorry, LED. So look at how it looks like, while this one is perfectly round, which is something I like. And besides this, let's compare it with one of my smallest zoomies. This is a 16340, also an on-the-road i3 flashlight. Of course, this is much bigger. It will give you much more power, much more runtime. And probably my smallest zoomie, this is a Tank 007 E16. This is a push-pull zoomie activated by twisting. This is low mode. It is also USB charged, USB-C charged, and it is magnetic. And it's one of the smallest one, so something that you can compare it with. But coming back to the ZT40, what I like, well, pretty much I guess almost everything except one thing. I would like it to be push-pull zoomie. Those are my favorite because it's easier to push and pull than having to twist it. But apart from that, this is a very well built flashlight. It throws above 400 meters for sure, and you can see it in my videos, and I will also show there how it compares to other zoomies. Build quality, it's perfect. Both the anodization, the knurling, the built-in charging that you can screw and unscrew this part to access. Being a 21700 flashlight, but also not being as big as this one, which makes it a plus. And of course, being a forward clicky switch that you can access quite easily. You can purchase some tactical rings. This one is from another Brinyte, an 18650, so it does not fit here, but you can also get one of these rings, and you can also have an external switch if you are a hunter and if you are using different types of LEDs. This is the white, but if you are using red or infrared or green or ultraviolet or whatever, you can purchase that as an extra accessory to use it with your Brinyte flashlight. Just to have like a size, maybe I can compare it with what? I don't have another convoy flashlight here, but it is around 15 centimeters when zoomed in or zoomed out, and around 16 centimeters were zoomed in. So with the head in a normal state it's 15, and when the head is to zoomed in it's around 16 centimeters. This is something that you can, well, you may need to purchase it or not, but this is pretty much what I wanted to tell you about. Good flashlight, very sturdy, very complete. This provides a good retention. I didn't mention it before. It could be a deep carry clip, but then you have this larger head, so it is not so much a pocketable flashlight, but eventually if you are using it on a holster or in the cargo pants or something, side pockets, backpack, well, it surely is a great flashlight. And now you are seeing this, how it looks like there. So this is pretty much it. Ask questions if you have some in the comments below, and let me know if you need to know something more about this flashlight. And again, thank you for watching, and have a nice day. Whenever it is, just putting you some zoomable flashlights here on the sides, just to have a a collection of zoomies around here. I still have some more, but these are some of them. And have a nice day, whenever it is.